Z has made the final push to finish Hakari with the 1.14 update, adding in a new awakening move and a special to finish him off. There's some other changes that should be covered too, so I'll summarize the update quickly and analyze it at the end. Here we go. There's a new move for Hakari called Energy Surge. There's a new awakening special for Hakari called Rhythm that increases the speed of your attacks. There are changes to how titles and emotes in the inventory work. The sensitivity of Xbox's lock-on was increased when closer to the target. I don't own an Xbox, so I can't really speak on it too much. A bug where burst couldn't be used while stunned was fixed. Melee protection when getting up from Ragdoll was increased to 0.3 seconds. Finally, there's 5 new emotes. If you know what they are, leave a comment and you'll be pinned. The big parts of this update that everyone was waiting for is of course Hakari being finished, though that's not to say everything else is unimportant. Let's get the other stuff out of the way first, and then talk about Hakari. Fixing burst not working while stunned is great, or I'd say a more fitting word is that it was necessary. In the past, burst only worked as a sort of ragdoll cancel, and it was so weak that it did basically nothing. The video I made yesterday can give you a better idea of what I mean, but just know that burst was useless. With this update, it's a bit more useful, and it almost reminds me of Akaza's Scream from Rogue Demon in a sense. It's not some perfect anti-team, but it should at least stop the infinite M1 combos that you could do. Other thing that matters is the melee protection on Wake Up. In the past, melee protection practically did not exist. It could have been a thing, but however it was done, it didn't last long enough to stop people from doing goofy infinite combos with their forward dash. They should make those infinite combos untrue and way more risky, and I think it's a good call to increase the duration. Finally, let's talk about the Hakari content. Energy Surge is a sort of dash with a punch at the end that launches your opponent into the sky before slamming them back down. The hitbox on the punch is massive, and it's absolutely in line with all of the rest of Hakari's moves, where they ragdoll and knock the opponent away, but give you enough crazy mobility that doesn't really matter how far away they are. The knockback is ridiculously huge, but I mean that in a good way, since it makes the game a lot more funnier watching people get flung halfway across the map. It shouldn't be a huge issue in ranked either, since there are invisible walls to stop things from going too far. In regards to the R special, called Rhythm, it's kind of weird. What it's said to do is increase the overall speed of your attacks when used, and from my testing, it acts as a sort of cumulative buff. The more times you use it, the faster your attacks go. By speeding up your attacks, I mean it makes the overall duration of them shorter, as well as a startup. It's most noticeable on Overwhelming Luck, where the startup for the move practically gets removed, and the move itself lasts only about 3 or so seconds. The move also has huge startup on it, so your best bet is to use it after landing any of your moves, since they all do ragdoll and do huge knockback, and the special can be cancelled. I honestly don't consider it all that useful, but Hakari's mode is good enough that it doesn't need some OP special that makes him god tier. It's a sort of fun thing you can do if you want. Probably a lot of people screaming Tukadonka over and over again while mashing their R key. But overall, it's more cool and useful, though that's not necessarily bad. This update as a whole is just flat out nice. It's a run-of-the-mill content update, finishing up Hakari, which everyone has been waiting for. It also makes the anti-team actually useful to some extent, rather than being completely useless, and adds in wake-up protection to slightly nerf infinite combos. It's a small update, but the quality of the updates is good, so overall, it's a nice update. 10 out of 10, Z cooked, and now I'm done yapping. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to my channel, because it helps me to create more content like this, and also lets you be notified of other content you might like. As always, I'm Noob Eternally, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time in another video. Bye.